Hey everybody, I'm Captain Hammond, and you're on the Coast Guard cutter Calhoun, which is a national security cutter, with Oshie, the greatest guy to tour the world and see really, really cool stuff. So we're going to take you on a tour today. You're going to see a bunch of amazing things, and you're actually get to meet somebody different than Oshie or even me. You're going to meet Ensign Hannah White, who is actually standing there with a cup of coffee and a concerned look on her face. So, welcome on board. You're going to have a good time.
As an ensign, what is your favorite thing to do on Calhoun?
My favorite thing to do on Calhoun is drive the ship. So part of my job is underway OOD. So what that means is I'm on the bridge, and my main job is navigating the ship and getting us there safely.
Is there anything you are excited to do in the future?
Yeah, of course. I'm looking forward to going to more ships and learning about other ships that the Coast Guard has, and learning how to drive the other types of ships, and just seeing all that I can do in the Coast Guard and taking advantage of what it can offer me.
So, do you think you could be a captain of a ship one day?
Well, I don't know. That's a big job. I think if I just keep learning, maybe someday I can do it.
Alright, so if you've seen my Tahoma video, you know that Tahoma, which is a 270, has only one hangar. So that means it can only have one helicopter. But a Windsor, it has two hangars.
Hey Oshie,
Hi.
you still filming?
Yes.
Fantastic. Keep going, keep going.
Okay.
So what do you think? Pickleball court, pickleball court, pickleball court, pickleball court, racquetball court, racquetball court. What do you think?
I think that's that this is the flight deck.
Okay. Well, what about basketball court, ice skating rink?
Where are the basketballs and where's the ice?
Oh, we can make the ice. We got some ice down below, and I'm sure we could find some basketballs and some basketball goals. What do you think?
They're called hoops.
Hoops?
But I still don't think so.
Don't think so? Okay.
This is definitely the flight deck.
What about like a ballroom?
Where are the walls?
I don't know. What if we covered it with sod and we turned it into a putting green? What do you think?
What?
Why not?
How would the helicopters land?
The helicopters land on grass.
Yeah, but
Then we could have like a whole herd of baby goats, or we could have some cows in there, and they could come out. We could have either milk or chickens. We could have free-range chickens.
what?
The chicken coop could be in there. You could have the grass out here. The chickens could come out. They could, eat, go back in. We could have eggs, and then the helicopter could land after the chickens are back in.
How does that make any sense?
I don't know. I think it's very very green.
I thought this was.
I think just like the MCOE, we could get our LEED certification if we did that.
I thought you were a national security cutter, not a bar.
We still have to eat.
It's called fishing.
Ah! Oh, now you're thinking. So.
And it's also called stopping in port to get food.
Ah, that's true.
And water.
And water. We did. Oh, and by the way,
heating oil and fuel.
You know everything about this ship. I'll just hand over the hat to you. You want to take over?
No, thank you.
You sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
Okay.
I'm 8.
Come on, let's go back aft. So, think about this, Oshie.
Yeah.
You take the boat, you put the boat up in the cradle. Instead of the cradle being like it is, what we do is you fill it full of water and you have a fish farm in there.
That's a horrible idea, one. Or you could just use the boats to get food and ship it back to you.
Ah, so you think it'd be better for us to keep doing our missions
Yes.
than to raise fish back here?
Absolutely.
Okay, all right. I'll believe you this time. All right, you want to keep going?
Yeah.
All right, let's keep going.
I think this is a hangar. And there's like a podium there. Oh, what?
law enforcement training back there.
Oh,
You give a whack.
and you're trying to aim for there?
Just try to give it a whack.
Alright,
You gotta film it though.
alright,
You got more than
alright.
Alright. One and good job. Hold on.
Here are two boats.
Go on.
There is a bird boat right there on the bow of the ship. Oh my god, look at that. That's really cool. I am in the bridge, which is where they control the ship. So, will you tell me what each part does?
Well, we do navigation
Which is
on
here?
some of these consoles, and we watch the other ships on some of the other consoles, and we can watch some of the different cameras on the ships on some of the consoles, and we can check on other systems on some of the consoles as well. But you look back here, and you keep track of all the different information back here.
And there's a
and-
coffee machine.
They can make coffee right there, and we have a bell right here, and this is called a barograph. This is like really old technology, but it still works.
And doesn't it record your path?
Barometric pressure, yeah. So you can actually see it. So it's kind of nice to have something old with a whole bunch of stuff that's new, right?
Yeah. And then this is,
That's the wheel that steers the ship.
yeah.
Those are the handles that control the propellers that tell us how fast we're going or how slow we're going. Or how
0.
forward we're going or how backward we're going. So is that correct terminology?
How backward we're going?
Uh-huh. Is that right or wrong?
I don't think that's wrong. Or how forward we're going.
So is it
How fast we're going backward or how fast we're going forward. I think is what it is.
I think that's what it is. I'll go with what you say. So, and then you show everybody how the ground is spongy, so it keeps our knees and our feet all comfortable. Up here.
And if someone falls,
Yeah.
they don't have to go down to the doctor.
I agree. You come out and walk around. So you got the life rings.
The goggles.
How cool is that?
That's super cool.
Yeah. That's the top of a cruise ship over there.
Alright.
And you see they've got the water slide up there.
Yeah.
And then they also have what looks like a ropes course up there.
Or a roller coaster.
A roller coaster. What do you think about putting one here? So if we had a big water slide, so it would just start up here, and it would wrap around, and then go down to the water. What do you think? Yeah? No?
Do that in the Arctic and see how many people in your crew you have left.
I guarantee we would probably have a lot of people that would definitely want to do the slip and slide if we had.
Do that in the Arctic and see how many people are gonna want to come after. Want to know why? Arctic freezing cold waters, a plus water slide equals death.
What if we put them in a Gumby suit, which is a good thing for all people to go in the water. You wear the right stuff so you're in a full immersion suit, and then you go down the water slide into the water. Then what do you think?
Maybe.
Maybe. Okay.
Is
All right.
it
At least I
heated?
got you to a maybe, so I'm happy.
But I still don't think you should do that because that could get in work in the way of your mission.
In the way of the work and the mission?
Yes.
It could be, but we've got to also train our people so that they know how to wear the gear correctly, right? And then on top of it, then you get a ride on a water slide simultaneously. So you got good training, and you get a ride on the water slide. I mean, that seems like a win-win to me. What do you think? You don't seem to be convinced, Oshie.
If you can take it apart and store it away, maybe.
Now you're thinking. Now you're thinking.
So we have 3 engine rooms on board Coast Guard Cutter Calhoun. This one right here is the 4th-bay machinery room. Some of the big pieces of equipment that we have in here are our generator number 2, which produces the ship's power, and then we have our gas turbine, which will produce 29,000 horsepower and make the ship go really fast.
And I'm guessing that like greenish gray thing is the generator.
That's the gas turbine.
That's the gas.
The big green thing is the gas turbine. The generator is yellow, and it will be on the other side.
All right. That's the wind turbine?
Yeah, that's the gas turbine right there.
Alright. That's the gas turbine?
Now we go this way around the other side. This is the generator right here.
Caterpillar.
And almost everything else in this room just supports these 2 pieces of equipment, making them run, making sure they're operating properly, so that way we can execute the mission.
Look at these engines. They're so big. So, how many knots could these engines produce?
So these engines produce about 9,000 horsepower each.
So that means 18,000 horsepower in total.
Yep,
And the gas turbine can produce
like 29,000.
29,000 horsepower.
Yep.
So in total they can make 48,000 horsepower.
Yeah, rough numbers, 48,000. Which makes us go very fast in the water.
How many knots would that equal?
I think our speed record was like 30.2.
30.2 knots.
30.2 knots.
Wow.
And that was when we were on a case. We were chasing the vessel, chasing to go fast in order to see some counter narcotics.
Cool. Well, that was the USCG Coast Guard Cutter or Winslow at Calhoun. Peace out, guys. Woo.